Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
I have the, here it is, Bank of America Boston Marathon Expo right there. Okay, good morning everybody. It's Easter Sunday here at the Boston Marathon weekend, and look at the crowd here. Hundreds of people here at the finish line taking pictures. We just did a tour with the race director management of the area and up in the stands. Everyone, that was kind of fun. And once again, the huge finish line operation here. But lots of people taking pictures on a beautiful, sunny Easter morning. I see Mr. Easter Bunny's down the way there. Thousands of people are going to be descending on this finish line today. I am going to head for the, right there, they're all excited there at the banner of the 129th Boston Marathon. That's right, you're ready for the marathon, ladies. That's awesome. That's awesome. I go, that's awesome. Have fun tomorrow, guys. Now we got somebody dressed up here.
That's like the unicorn.
Easter Bunny here. Oh, the unicorn Easter Bunny. I love it. That is awesome. I love it. And like that, with the 250th celebration of the shot heard round the world yesterday, they celebrated in Concord and Lexington, and some reenactments. Big celebration. This is a big weekend. Next year will be even bigger. It will be the 250th birthday of America. So the next year is going to be exciting. Like I said, America's big birthday is coming up again next year, and it'll start the celebration right here in Boston next April. So it'll be pretty cool. And here's some guys from Pakistan here. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Like I said, you get people from all countries come here to the Boston Marathon. Pretty cool. That's awesome. Okay. There she is. Somebody's smiley face here at the Boston Marathon Expo on Easter morning. The headphone company Shucks and Bank of America. Not John Hancock anymore. And this is the 129th Boston Marathon. Next year will be the 130th, but next year is going to be, it was a Whopper Day yesterday. They were celebrating the shot heard round the world, the start of the revolution in that would have been 1775. Well, next year will be America's birthday, 250 years old. And so it will be quite the big celebration next year here in Boston and all of the USA. We're celebrating 250, so the next year will be an exciting time. And as I go around the expo area here, lots of cool stuff. They call it Meet the Moment. I guess the moment you finish. Yeah, I've crossed that finish line 15 times. It's been pretty exciting. They've got some memorabilia here. Like I said, there's a Bank of America Expo here, section here. And some old shirts from the old times. Some new shirts from the modern era. Right here. Pretty cool. Right there. Sam Adams, one of the big sponsors here, and like I said, he's one of those guys around 250 years ago, so legacy lasts forever with Sam Adams beer. That's awesome. And the New England Honda dealers here, one of the sponsors. Marathon Photo. They got some things, the Cliff Bars one, raise your bar. So I'm in line here to get myself a beer that they give out. So that'll be kind of cool. And you can sign your name here or whatever. Okay, well, here's a good overview of the marathon marathon course, and of course Marathon Photo has a deal. They've got photographs all along the course. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 photographers along the way. And they sell you a whole package. And if this is your first time doing it, it's worth it. You know, this is a lifelong dream for many. And if you got to make it special, no doubt about it. And pictures can, like I said, one picture is worth 1,000 words. So, but like I said, and win a trip for 2 to Cape Town Marathon. Well, I better get myself entered. I did a couple of events here with Marathon Tours. Went to Antarctica and Madagascar in my day.
What kind of shape I'm in on the day. And I don't really get too caught up on like, oh, well, I did this in years past. And I don't compare myself to like previous years, right? Like I just live in the moment, and that seems to like...
Here's the Boston Marathon course, Hoppington, all the way on both sides, and the locker room right there. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool there. I'm here at the Honda exhibit, Train Your Way. Well, that's an A1 coach, but right here with the Honda dealers, people putting up their little pins of where they're from. A lot there from Michigan, probably where all the dealerships are. Got lots of them in Michigan, kind of cool. This is where all the Honda dealerships are? These are just people visiting. You should have put a dot where every dealership in America is. That's awesome, but this is not the dealership. These are people visiting from around America saying they're putting up their pins. So that's kind of cool. They also had a spot here where I could charge my phone. So we're going to wander around. And Schneider Electric, I think they are from Europe, but anyway, they are they've become a prime sponsor of the Boston Marathon. So that's kind of cool. And we have Martron Hydro Technology, which I don't know what that is at all. In fact, I'm going to have to ask these guys exactly what in the hell is this. I don't know. This Martron Hydrogel Technology is about fuel during the race, or having some energy during a race. So that's a great idea, and they sell some bars and gels that do that. So that's kind of cool. Now this Schneider is electric, is having some. Where do you go off grid? So they are a variety of different things for electricity, and it says you can say goodbye to multiple apps to control your smart light switches. Battery, as much as you want on an app. Riding bike for just generates enough power to fully charge your phone. So you could do things at home to create your own electricity, which we all need to do somehow, and how much you use, and dimmers. It's a way to use electricity more energy efficient. You want a home that is easy, comfortable, energy efficient. Combines digital intelligence with to automate energy savings. Well, that's what we can all use when you need electricity and you don't have enough. Good idea. Okay, right there, shots. Your official headphone partner. Even the unicorn horse wears it. Way to go. You can try them all on there. Feel the shocks. Hear the spirit. Awesome. They're here. Give your sneakers a second life. Sneakers for good. I love it. Great idea. Get rid of your old sneakers. Let somebody else use them. If not, they can grind them up and use them for second time other ways of going. Like 17 tons of recycled and 18 tons of clothing donated. Launched a Sneakers for Good partnership, the expo. which collected 620 pairs of shoes that were sent to families and micro-enterprises in developing nations. Pretty cool. Yep. Commitment to sustainability. Yep. Sneakers for good. Double your impact. Like I said, give your sneakers a second chance. A great idea. People all looking for their names up there in that Boston Marathon poster. All 30,000 names are up there. That's pretty cool. This is all part of the expo here. And we'll go out and look at the course. People coming in. It says start here. The running, Adidas running, they are the shoes, apparel and shoe. And so that's cool. Here is the finish line area all set up. Boston Common. They will, like I said, this is the entire finish area of the Boston Marathon. What times the bus loads, right there, and what time the races start. So start time for the first corral is 10 o'clock. And then they just keep going from there. They do approximately vary, but in wave 4, first wave goes at 11:15, and there it all is. Pretty cool. This is a great marker here showing how everything is going to be set here. Great. The information area of everything goes on here for Boston Marathon weekend. Ask for all kinds of info here. And looking like a nice day tomorrow, 40 at the start and 55 during the day. It's currently 59 degrees outside as I'm hanging out here at the expo, but this is a cool setup here. Like I said, it's a Boston Marathon weekend. People enjoying Boston. Welcome to Boston here. This is cool. Okay, we're gonna walk through the Adidas exhibit. Enjoy the, like I said, I got one of those jackets for volunteering. All the merchandise.
That's what I was like, dude, come here.
Perfect. There's the checkout line. 3 stripes. Okay, well, let's walk over this way. See if I can get out of here. They got their the Boston Marathon sign here. Everybody likes that. That historic course. There's only one turn on it there in Newton. Yep, only one turn. And it's a right turn in Newton. About 20-mile mark. There it all is. That's awesome. That historic course. Boston Marathon. Pretty cool. This is cool. Customization. People having whatever they want. Boston Marathon, the screen printed or heat pressed on immediately. Pretty cool. Customize your jacket. That is a great idea. People in line for it. Can't beat that. Pretty cool. And then it says thank you as people walk out. Well, cool little exhibit. It's all good. Like I said, they got some great other. I love it right here. We will go back in here. Because they sponsor quite a few of the marathons here. Faster, stronger, Adidas Zero. Adidas Zero. Oh, people bought their little bags here. Paris Olympic marathon record. London marathon record. There they are. People's waving. I love it. You can get a little bit of everything with a Boston sticker on it. Yeah. Yeah. Apparel companies have everything. Shoe and apparel companies have a little bit of everything. I love it. Pretty cool. They've mixed it up a little bit. FanFest at City Hall Plaza. Hall of Fame, thank you. Boston Marathon. Volunteer Hall of Fame. Thank you for 15 years. I think I got 15 years in there. I might have to start going over there. And FanFest, that's over at Government Center. Post-race party also at the Government Center. Sustainability, Boston Marathon Hall of Fame. I love it right here. That's pretty cool. Historic course, only one right turn. People taking their pictures with it. That's kind of cool. Well, the Abbott World Marathon Majors. This is an interesting, evolving story. When I first started covering this almost 20 years ago, guess what? There was only 5 races back then. It was Boston, Chicago, New York, Berlin, and London. Now it's been expanded to 7. They've added Tokyo a few years ago. Now they've added Sydney. So now there are 7 medals instead of 5 originally. Then it was 6. It is amazing how they have evolved this into a worldwide run of marathons. And of course 3 of them are here in the USA. But it is truly an amazing story how this has evolved into a worldwide travel marathon experience, to say the least. I am truly amazed on how this has evolved. It wasn't Abbott to start, but it truly is something. And people are dying to do it. And now upwards of 20,000 people have done the Big 6. Now it's number 7, and they're talking maybe South Africa might be number 8. That's truly an amazing story, and it promotes tourism around the planet. It truly is. It's a great marketing strategy. Whoever started it, they should be given a marketing genius award. Now this is a collectible coin. This is pretty cool. I love it. And there it all is. The World Marathon Majors is truthfully a marketing genius operation that has evolved over 20 years. This is pretty cool. And the Fenway Park is part of the whole deal here. And they're having a game there today, and I believe they have a game tomorrow. But we'll follow the Boston Marathon on its backwards road. Newton, the 20-mile mark, before you hit the big Whopper Hill. We'll just walk a short 100 foot of it. And there it is. Wellesley and Natick. 5 miles. Ashland, and then Hopping. Bank of America, and this beautiful statue. This is pretty cool. And the 129th. Next year, big 130th, along with America's celebration. This is a great sculpture here. This is pretty cool. Am I in your way? Pretty cool. Massachusetts here, and they got it all out here in one big map. And then people putting up different post-it notes up there. Well, this is kind of and this is truthfully an arena of some sort for something, but they've got it set up for, like I said, it's a convention center, and they do a little bit of everything in here, so pretty cool. Well, they've done a nice job, and oh, well, this is interesting. This is the 50th anniversary of the wheelchair race that they started 50 years ago here, and some great athletes Of course, the Dick and Rick Hoyt show they've done forever. 8-time Gene Driscoll, Marcella Hoog. I've watched 87 Boston Marathon has witnessed pioneering feats. And over the wheelchair division has been a central part of the event's fabric. First official, Bob Hall. Yep. Yep, amazing. He did 258. 1,880 athletes have finished a part of the ball in the wheelchair division. It's yeah, wheelchair and para athletics. Pretty cool. And there's the para trophy. Pretty cool. Well, so much history here. Yep, the Great Boston Marathon. I am so glad I've been a part of it. Been able to run it all these times and now still come back and do a little media work. It's kind of cool. The Wheaties box. Bill Rogers and John Benoit. 1996, the 100th anniversary. Pretty cool. The wheelchair gloves they used to wear back then. The golden shoes of Bill Rogers. And 4 years in a time, you won. Awesome. Yeah. Gloria Rat's collection. Longtime member of the BAA and, like I said, big supporter of the race. Now passed on, but her collection lives on. That is pretty cool. That's awesome. I got a little bit of this earlier, but like I said, it's the 250th anniversary of the shot heard around the world. They had a celebration of Concord, Lexington, out at the National Park site yesterday, and next year is the 250th anniversary of America. So it'll be a big year, and let's clear it out a little bit here. The next thing here is meet the moment when you finish across that line. Did it 15 times, and it's pretty exciting. Okay, awesome. Okay, well, we're at FanFest at City Hall Plaza. So that's right, got a few visitors here. So we're all having fun. This will probably be packed tomorrow. Like I said, they got a band playing. Dick's Sporting Goods is the spot. Bill Rogers, he is going to be the Grand Marshal tomorrow. And Bob Hall and Bill Hall was the first para wheelchair guy to win the marathon in the wheelchair division. Hard to believe. That was 50 years ago. Well, time goes by quickly. Well, I'll see what they have up here to possibly win at the Honda station. Okay, well, we're at the FanFest here. Band playing, a little bit of beer. Dick's 26.2, one of the big sponsors here. Dick's Marathon Sports over there. Bank of America. I should see what's in there. Well, Schneider Electric's proud to be official sustainability partner. Plus Bank of America. The unicorn over here, the yellow uni. Okay, let's see what they've got in here. I'm going to Bank of America. Welcome to FanFest. Let's see what it is. These are always kind of fun. Used to have the marathon dinner here. Let's go see what's going on. Let's go on in. What's going on? Hey, here at the Bank of America FanFest. You get to play with a rubber ducky here. You get to do the skeet ball toss. I did that. And then over here, we do the ever famous ring toss. And I did get one on there. Get 3 tries. So that was kind of cool. And then this over here is the Plinko. So that's kind of cool. Line's way back here, but we're gonna move over here. Okay, so now it's time for prizes. They have the high striker, duck game, deep ball, ring toss, and Plinko. I did them all. There's the high striker. Took a hammer to it. Plinko. It's all inside here. And then here's all the crazy little gifts. First gave me my prizes, yes. And I want all these cool gifts. It's fun. The FanFest Center here. This is awesome. This is cool. Hand it out. I got one of them. I got these 3 little gifts here. There's what I won. So there's all the prizes. And like I said, I won all 3. That's pretty cool. This was fun. And then they give out the cowbells. This was a riot. I'm glad I stopped in. Well worth the visit. I played that game. That was fun. The striker, I haven't done that in years. It's all good. Now we get a better view of FanFest here. People with the unicorn here, sitting there checking it out. Mr. Uni, and then the BAA. Oh, road to ball right out there, pretty cool. Okay, Dick, just took the pictures with the Uni and the BAA. Cool. Now let's go in and see what's at Dick's. Sports changes lives. That's true. Right here, Boston Marathon. Dick's Sports. Sports change lives. Yep, people doing their posters. Right there, finish line at Dick's. I love it. Music kicking ass over here. Okay, the store selling stuff. That's cool. Giveaways here. I'll take one. And the No, this is the Adidas store. There's the Dick's cat. Different angles. This will be packed with people. They stay in experience. Gotta get bigger than the Uni. Here's the bar. So this is kind of cool. They how the beer and the barrels are put together. American white oak. Contributes notes of vanilla, smoke, and that's typical sizes: 10, 15, 30, it's a 53 gallon. Stab, and then a bolt around the side with the metal collar. That's to hold the barrel up. She's going to sign her name, and the barrel is filled from the bottom up. Nice panel construction at the top. Malted barley provides sweetness and flavor color. Then the spirit, cross section, top wheel system. Pretty cool. Quick synopsis of how the beer is made. Be all signed in the name. So the Grand Marshals of the race, our 1975 champions, Bill Rogers and Bob Hall, are going to be the Grand Marshals of the race tomorrow. They'll be riding in this front line vehicle, the Grand Marshal vehicle, the Honda. Awesome trail post.